What's up guys, Ozzy HPP Racing got this Camaro for you. This is a older Camaro, it's a 2014, but this is like that Corvette we just did a video on. These are starting to become available as well for pretty affordable prices if you want to fix yourself up a little hot rod or a cash chase type car for weekends, make a little money, have fun on your street rod. Either way, this is a special build to me because you don't see Whipples very often on Chevys. For some reason, the Chevy guys think it's got to be a Procharger, it's got to be a Magnuson, that's what works on Chevys. It's not necessarily what works on Chevys. It's worked for some people, and it's a good product. I sell Prochargers, I sell Magnuson as well, I sell Whipple. So honestly, doesn't matter to me. The best product that the customer likes also, whether they look at it, power-wise, whatever it is, it looks nicer on their car, it's their preference. But on this case, I'm going to tell you, in previous experiences, when I've driven Prochargers, or I've driven Vortex and typical style blowers, for some reason these rich blowers, they hit hard. They hit quicker. So they might make both the same kind of power, but sometimes you get the root style blowers will be a little bit more power through the curve, which makes a huge difference. So put it on this 2014. In most cases, these 14s came anywhere between 340 something to 360 if you were one of the lucky ones, depending on the heat. Some areas is cooler, some areas is warmer, some areas is, you know, you're at sea level. So yes, I understand it's gonna make a little bit more. But slapping the Supercharger on, slapping the American Racing headers, having your HPP Tune done, this thing picked up anywhere from 178 to 200 horsepower. It ended up making 565, no cam. That's the next thing we're gonna do. I really recommended a cam. If we get a cam, we can probably make between 650 and 675, and I think that's probably gonna be one of his next mods. Car so far came off the dyno. James and Dustin went for a drive. They said it was good, but it's never good till I drive it, and it's got to be when I drive it. Because when I drive it, I want to drive it like an 85-year-old lady who's going to jump in this car, and it's a streetable, high horsepower car. That's the only way I like it. I don't like all the crazy sounds where I can't hear the girl next to me. I can't do this. I don't want to hear all that. I want it to sound good, yes, but I want it to perform for the sound. And this car definitely on the dyno so far has done it. I'm going to go on the drive right now, but always remember, guys, before you watch the rest of the videos, hit your notification, hit your subscribe, and give me a like. Show us some support. Watch hppracing.com. Go on there, get some gear. We got HPP. We don't have this gear. It's the only shirt I had today because I dirtied my other shirt. But anyway, get your HPP gear. Get your headers online for your Camaro. Get your Whipple for your Camaro. Get on 3K Procharger. Whatever you want, we have on the website. Check it out. Give us a shot. See you next time, guys.
This is a 14, right?
The 2014. It's got the 6-speed manual, which makes it an LS3. And it's got a Whipple and long tube headers.
Which Whipple?
You know, I'm not 100% certain. The
No cats.
Probably shouldn't say that.
Off-road.
Yeah, but we're on road. I don't know. I actually really like this combo. The only thing I don't like is that we're really low on gas. But I really do like this combo because it's got a stock cam and like there's not a whole lot of, it's not loud. There's nothing.
Not at all.
There's nothing that like identifies it as being like modded up. Anybody could drive it. There's no weird stuff with like taking off. Just as normal as can be.
Yeah, even with the long tubes and X-pipe, it's not loud.
It's making about 200 wheel more than a stock one.
Not much louder.
Yeah, I mean you hear the blower up there, but there's not a whole lot of other sound going on there.
The AC works and everything, right?
Yeah, let's see. That's nothing impressive there. So that's good. Yeah, maybe I'm just getting old, but like something like this is way more attractive to me than like some normally aspirated like monster cam, like you know, open header thing. And to make this kind of power without a blower, you would, I mean, hey, I don't think you could even do it with an LS3, but it would have to be super extreme. Whereas this combo can be as mild as like, as completely, I mean, put the clutch in, it just goes straight to idle, super smooth, nothing crazy. Makes 200 wheel more than a stock one of these. If you were to race this versus a stock LS3 2014 Camaro, I mean, it would be a murder. It wouldn't even be, because the mid-range torque of this is gonna, with the PD blower, is just gonna be just insanely higher than what the LS3 car would do normally aspirated.
The Whipples are good too.
Yeah, they're pretty good at shedding heat. That's, I mean, ultimately, I think that's really the kind of the hallmark of what makes a good blower is, hey, I mean, of course, you want it to make a bunch of, you know, move a bunch of air, but you wanted to do it efficiently enough to not superheat the air. That's good. And it's not like, it's not dramatic. It just,
No,
it just pulls hard.
It's clean too.
Yeah, I approve of this. I wish that the newer GM platform was as friendly to the PD blowers as these are. Unfortunately, when you get into the Gen 6 Camaro, this option becomes a little less attractive.
Why's
because
that?
the computer, the engine computer doesn't, I mean, there are ways to make it work, but not as seamless as this one. This one, because of the way that the throttle works on this car, it doesn't, like right here, that's a problem in a Gen 6 car. When you're lightly on the throttle, enough to make the bypass close, and the car goes into boost, but you're at a very low throttle angle, the newer ECMs don't play nice with that. This one you can truly give somebody the car back with no like side note, you know, like no like,
By the way,
yeah, it's just, this one is just pure, you know, just yeah, it's whatever you think it should be, that's what it is.
Pulls good too.
Yeah, definitely feels good. It's just not very dramatic, you know, there's nothing.
Yeah.
I like it. This is it's kind of how they should have come. I guess they kind of did, if you look at like a ZL1, but this makes more power than a ZL1 Camaro does, with a hell of a lot more in terms of potential to make more power later on. You know, with the ZL1, you're limited by that factory blower. This one you could spin a lot.
Just keep going, yeah, those factory blowers aren't very strong, you know?
Well, the LSA blower
okay
can be
for what
pretty
they
good,
are,
especially when you port it. But this one was designed to be, you know, a race car blower. So I like it. I think it's ready to ship.
For sure. Nice call.
Hey guys, how's it going? I just got gas. This is the one we just had on the dyno. running good. It still feels like a stock car. Very, very impressed with this. This is that Camaro I was telling you all about. It's a 2014 Camaro, 19,000 miles, super clean car. Love it. It's really quiet, and like I said, I always drive these cars just like if grandma wanted to get a Camaro and put a Whipple on it. I want to make sure she can drive it just like if she drove it off the showroom. There's no special buttons, nothing to do. This car is super quiet. You can actually have a grandson conversation if you wanted to. I really, really enjoy this. That's just one gear change right there. The car's not too loud, but really picks up instantly. So this car is kind of odd. A lot of people don't have Whipples and Camaros. They usually have a Supercharger, Magnuson. For some reason, the Chevy guys, they think that's the only way to go. If they see one thing online, oh, this works, oh, everybody's got to get this. So no, but we don't sell very many Whipples. So this is a rare opportunity to see how the Whipple performs on a Chevy. And it did quite good, man. It picked up, I would say it picked up about 178 horsepower. These, you know, I didn't do it before and after, which is a shame. But a lot of these 14s that we've gotten in, they make anywhere between 349, 360, depending on the weather outside. That's what they're made. And I'm talking about a bone stock car, not somebody who added headers and a tune and is trying to be sneaky. This is a bone stock car. And when you get that bone stock car feeling and you slap on a Whipple and you pick up, damn, 200 horsepower, between 178 to 200, depending what your car did from factory, you know. But this is a big pickup. I can feel the car, you know. I'm not gonna say you're not gonna go win cash days every Saturday or anything, but you're definitely gonna enjoy this vehicle. This is a really streetable car. It does not even get loose. You can launch pretty good. You just saw right there where I did that, you know, gave it a hard hit from 20 roll, not a bit of spin. Car just boom, hooked up and went. This is gonna be a good rider. So, you know, you may have 700, 800 horsepower, but you spin a little bit, this car can be on your ass real quick. It goes right through the gears. It shifts nice. Great smooth transition. This is a little sleeper. And the reason it's a sleeper is so quiet. I'm really impressed how quiet this is. Usually these blower cars, that's one thing about Supercharger. I like Supercharger, but sometimes they're just so loud. So when you sell it to a customer and he's, you know, he might be either an older guy or a rich dude and he's got a young girlfriend and he wants to take her out around town, but now he can't even hear her. She's getting annoyed because the car smells like shit. You know, because they probably put a catch can there. You want a catch can in the back. The car's loud, it's frustrating. She doesn't want to take it out. You can't enjoy your little hot rod you build. That's why I like building cars that have a lot of horsepower, but are still very streetable. So when I drive it, I want anybody to be able to just get in it and drive it. Not be like, oh man, I gotta turn on my fan, turn on sound, That's not a real street car. This is what I consider a real drivable street car. And you can still make with this car over 1,000 horsepower, but that's not the setup we're in right now. We're in this Whipple setup, and I'm gonna tell you, the last Vortec I drove, it felt nice. It was one of the Fireball Camaros that they have, and it's a Vortec. It makes about I think it was 680 with the meth kit, and this thing is making, jeez, 565, and I really feel like it's faster than that Fireball Camaro that was making 625. I think the Whipple's just hitting so hard right off the line and instant. Like once I get into this thing, this bad boy's hitting, it's gone. It felt good. And I'll tell you what, like on the Vortec, it was good. It was quiet just like this. It was a nice setup. But what I like about this Whipple is it really hit hard. It was instant. It's a root style blower. You know, the top blowers, they seem to work well. And I'm pretty impressed. I really like it. For, you know, for an everyday driver, this guy's gonna really enjoy this car. I'm glad it drives normal. There's no overheating. Everything looks good. Yep. Temperature's right there, has not moved. On a hot day, we went through a couple hits, and now he could come get his car. We know everything's working right. I'll call him up now. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. It's not the biggest video, it's not the coolest video, but you know, some Camaro guys out there, they do want to know what these cars can do. And they're starting to become a little cheap in the market right now. The 14s, 10, you know, you can pick these up a little bit cheaper. And once you start, they become affordable for the young guys who want to fix them up. It's just like the Corvettes we talked about on the previous video. They become out there, they're more affordable. People start fixing them up. You start seeing them at street races more. You start seeing them at your local tracks a little bit more. And if you could get one of these, this is 19,000 miles. This is a steal. You go to Classic Chevrolet, You can buy yourself one of the new supercharged ones. It makes a little bit more power. If you're not in that big baller price range where you can spend that kind of money, and they're beautiful cars. I'm not taking nothing away from them. They're great. They are expensive, though. Not all of us got that kind of money. But if you come and get something like this and you save a lot, you add a little Whipple, you add a little fuel system, you can be in the 650 out of cam, 650, 675, maybe 700 range. You're gonna have a badass little hot rod for cheap money, and you'll be able to save it. Let me know what you guys think of the video. If you guys got any questions or comments or any cars you want to see builds on that you're thinking of getting yourself and you want to see the difference in horsepower and blowers, like I did on this one, let me know. I'll show you a different one. But after seeing the Whipple on a Camaro, I think a lot of these Corvette guys and Camaro guys may want to consider a different blower, not just always a Procharger or Magnuson. It's a big deal. See y'all later. Thanks, guys.